Hey guys, it's the Gaming Geek and the Tech Geek here, as this video is going to be going up on both channels for you to see. Now, here you can see the Razer Deathadder 2013 edition mouse. Now, if you look at the box, you wouldn't know it's a 2013 edition. It doesn't say anywhere here. Well, I'll show you where actually it does say a 2013 edition, but trust me, this is the 2013 edition mouse. You can get this on Amazon. There'll be a link in the description to where you can go and buy it. I got it in a bit of a deal, so that's why I got hold of it. And as you can see, this is the normal box you get with Razer. It's pretty much the same as their previous Deathadder mouse. You open up here, you have some marketing blurb. The Razer Deathadder was released in 2006. How do we prove on perfection? Very carefully. We didn't want to fix anything that's broken, so we literally didn't change anything. So you're thinking, how is this different to the previous one? Yes, it actually is different. I don't know why they said we didn't change anything, because they have changed stuff. A bit confusing there, but yeah, let's break open to the box. So let's get my trusty knife open. Very sharp. I cut myself on that a few times. You see, it really just cut through that and no trouble at all. Okay, so open this up. Razer always have some of the best packaging on their items. So as we open it up here, you have the plastic sheeting. Underneath that, you've got your normal Razer. Let me put my knife away before I end up cutting myself with it. Your normal Razer sort of stuff you get. All very straightforward stuff. You've got your Razer stickers there. You've got congratulations, there's no turning back. Then you've got your little Razer little booklet here, just explaining things. Honestly, you should not need a start guide on a mouse. It is literally plug and play. So if you're looking at that thing, I would consider whether you should be using a computer at all. Okay, so put that to the side. There's nothing else here. Put that to the side also. And then here's the mouse. It's in its green packaging. As you pull the lid off, pull this thing through. There we are, put that to the side. Now here's the mouse itself. As you can see, it looks very, very nice. It has a matte black finish. This should stop any fingerprints from showing. This should be pretty resistant to sort of Cheeto stains and things you normally see, whatever you tend to eat at your computer while working. It has the Razer logo, as you can see, sort of embedded here. It should pulsate once we plug it in. We'll plug it in a little bit for you to see that. But as you can see here, you have your two buttons here. I suppose this could be used as forward and back buttons when you're browsing the web, or you could then set them to separate things in games. You could set them to whatever you want in games. For instance, on my other mouse has two buttons here as well. I could sort of use that, one of them to knife and then one of them to reload and things like that. So I'd have to take my fingers off the WASD keys. As you can see here, you have grips on the bottom here. This should sort of help stop the mouse from... Well, actually, no, they're slide pads, aren't they? Not grips. I do apologise. On a keyboard, there'd be grips, of course. This is to help sort of the friction of the mouse, help it move a little bit easier. So sort of glide pads down the bottom. I do apologise. You have the new thing that is on this model of the Deathadder. You have the 4G sensor. Now, this is still an optical sensor rather than a laser, as Razer do feel that is better. I sort of agree with them. I think optical does work better on more surfaces than a laser, but that's just my personal opinion. The 4G one will give you a higher range of DPI. I'm not quite sure what the DPI is on this mouse, but it does give you a massive range. You really probably won't be using the higher end of the DPI, but it will stop you from having to have mouse acceleration off. You can turn that sort of thing off and then just purely use the DPI settings on the mouse. Obviously, this works with Synapse 2.0, where you can sort of customize the mouse exactly how you like it, and then take those drivers with you, sync them to the clouds, and whatever computer you go on, you can log back in and use that. The mouse feels really nice. You can see I have quite large hands. I'm 6'2", so I have large hands to go with that. And I mean, my hand can quite nicely palm this thing. The trouble with my older mouse was that my fingers were really, if I palmed it properly, my fingers would be off the edge too much. So even for large hands such as mine, this feels really, really comfortable. It really does feel good. So I think any type of hand, this should fit quite nicely, unless you're really, really small hands. As you can probably hear here, I'll bring it to the things you can hear. The clicking, very, very tactile click. You can see it's been optimized for very fast clicking. I think I could really click fast with this thing. That's been optimized. They say that all the buttons have sort of been optimized, but really these just feel like normal buttons, to be honest. This one, as you can see here, you know, really have been optimized. Apparently, I haven't had the previous one, but apparently these grips are a lot better. The grips are pretty good. I mean, they feel nice in the hand. It's, you know, it's where you'd be resting your finger here. You have obviously your two fingers here, and the rest of them will sort of be rested here on the grip. So that feels really nice. It's you know, I can sort of lift the mouse up without too much pressure, you know, so the grips are doing their job there. I don't know if you can see very well, but this is a braided cable. If it focuses in a bit there, you could probably see the braiding on that. That's very, very nice. It's got a gold-plated USB end there. It's all gold-plated. Not really necessary, but Razer don't really do anything else. It's always gold-plated with them. But it is nice to see, even though a little bit unnecessary, I found. But there we are. And so, yeah, you can see the braiding maybe a little bit better just there in that shot. So there we are. There is the 2013 Deathadder. Oh, it does say here, just to confirm, 2013 on the bottom. That's the only place you'll be able to see a 2013 mark, so you know that's the version of the mouse you got. Now, I'm just going to plug it in for you to quickly see, so give me 1 second. So as you can see, it is now plugged in. You have the green Razer logo as a cover up here. You'll be able to see that pulsates. I think you can change the settings on the lighting in Synapse 2.0. I don't have that installed right now. I've just got it plugged into my MacBook. Now, also it lights up on the trackball as well. So if you are working away in the night, you can sort of see the mouse easily and then use it. It feels really good. The mouse feels really good. You do have, yeah, you have. It's hard to know whether that's an extra button or not. I was just thinking, it pushes in quite easily, but if I push this way, it doesn't really click. But if I push that way, but I feel it's pushing in anyway. Gone off in a bit one there. I may just turn the lights off. Actually, yeah, I'll do that really quickly just so you can see it at a night pose, so give me 1 second. So here is the mouse in dimly lit conditions. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it pitch black, mainly because the curtains just wouldn't block out enough light. Thank God this is in a bedroom. I can imagine that getting really, really annoying. But here it is. It's pulsating. As you can see, it looks really, really cool. I can imagine if it was pitch black in here, or if you're working in sort of late at night, I think that would look really, really cool. So I can't wait to actually find a way of making a room really dark and just seeing what it looks like. You can get a good idea here. It is dark enough for you to see it, clear enough. But there we are. That's it for my unboxing and first impressions of the Razer Deathadder. It's a really cool mouse from the outset. It looks sturdy. It looks like it's going to last. But stay tuned for a review, which I'll do in a couple of weeks' time once I've had a good play with it, tried it out on a few different applications and games, and I can let you know whether it really is worth that price tag. Now, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, because I will be putting out a Black Widow review, Black Widow Stealth 2013 unboxing, and then later on a review as well, as I have that on its way. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you on the next video, but as always, drink tea and game on.